yourself to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke when they open up that gate. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight. Where the Bayou City streets meet these country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome in to Brent Gould Field on the campus of Seward County Community College. Justin Herger alongside for tonight's matchup. It is the annual 4th of July game between the Liberal BeeJays and your Dodge City A's. The starting lineup, it will look like this. Leading off, it is Omari Johnson playing in left. Batting second, Angel Vasquez, the shortstop. Batting third, it is second baseman Max Irwin. Batting cleanup, the catcher, Aiden Morehouse. Batting fifth, the third baseman Nico Brown batting 6th, the first baseman Jackson Phillips batting 7th. In center field, it is Yael Amador batting 8th, the right fielder Alejandro Gomez, and rounding out the lineup, the designated hitter Isaiah Velasco. The new guy, Thomas Fowler, he gets the start on the mound tonight for the Dodge City A's, and we'll talk more about that as we get into the broadcast. The A's will face off against the BeeJays. They were 9-2 winners on the rain-shortened game 2 nights ago. So the A's, they hold a 2-game lead in the overall series to the BeeJays. It is Jay Brooks Kappelman. He gets the start tonight on the mound for the BeeJays. The first pitch to Johnson in for a strike. Thrown down at 7:06 p.m. We are underway here in Liberal. At pitch, a high pop-up. It's up the elevator chute, being called for on the infield and pulled down. That is 1 away. So that brings up Angel Vasquez. Vasquez comes to the A's by way of his freshman season at Dodge City Community College. Steps up to face off against a guy he might have seen, Brooks Kappelman. He pitched for the Saints this past year. Vasquez swings and comes up empty. That evens a count at 1. The pitch. Vasquez will send that one. It goes foul to the right and out of play, and they'll fall down 1-2. The A's, they enter tonight's contest 10-11-1 overall on the season. They improved to 8-9 in Rocky Mountain play. Pitch, it misses low. That evens a count at 2. The 2-2. Vasquez makes contact. He'll get it down into left field. A's with 1 on and 1 away. So the A's have their first hit of the season, and that will bring up Max Irwin. Irwin, another guy that's probably familiar with some of this BeeJay lineup, is played at Coffeyville. The ball gets away. The throw down to first in time, and now 2 away. The 1-0 bounces and gets away. Irwin, he's ahead in the count 2-0. Irwin played his freshman season at Coffeyville Community College. If memory serves me correct, the Saints actually saw their season come to an end at Coffeyville in postseason play. The pitch, and gets the strike call. Irwin ahead, 3-1. Kappelman sends it, gets Irwin to pop it up, fielded in shallow center field, and that will end the inning. So we're headed to the bottom of the first, 0-0 here at Brent Gould Field. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Bottom of the first, 0-0. Thomas Fowler, who just joined the team by way of Eastern New Mexico University. He gets the start on the mound tonight for the Dodge City A's. Fowler, 6'4", 195. He was a redshirt junior there this year. Comes from Cedar Park, Texas. See, first pitch he throws is in and hits.
Number 29, second baseman, Brent.
Well, definitely not the start the A's were hoping for. We'll see what they can do. First pitch to Ueda. Fowler will miss outside. So Ueda moves ahead in the count 1-0. That pitch misses as well. Ueda, he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. First action that he's seen against the Dodge City A's. Takes a pitch low. Ueda takes a strike, makes it 3-1. Three one coming from Fowler. He works from the first base side of the rubber. He'll get that one to foul off into the netting. The count runs full. So we'll see the payoff pitch. BeeJays, they go with the home whites today. Their white top has a blue and red stripe on both the sleeves and down the side. It says BeeJays across the front in powder blue with their numbers, along with their number on the back in powder blue as well. The A's, as Ueda draws the walk, and that puts 2 on with nobody out. So that'll bring up Noah Giovanelli. Noah, he played in the game against the A's 2 nights ago. Takes a first pitch called strike. One pitch. Fowler takes a look back at the second, and he'll turn around and force Finnegan back. He's going to have to be careful not getting called on a balk on that move. One delivery. Fowler looking in, has what he wants. He'll come set, working from the stretch. Make the throw and misses a little bit low, makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. Wind blowing in here at Liberal, blowing basically straight in from center, which means the wind's blowing out of the northeast. Pitch, grounded up the middle, fielded by Gomez. They go to second for the out. Make the throw to first, and that gets the out, second out. The A's, they turn the double play.
Number 19, left fielder, now Anthony.
So that pitch comes in. It hits Anthony, so the runners on the corners are on via the hit by pitch. Finnegan at third, Anthony at first, and that brings up Cade Adams, the catcher tonight for the Liberal BeeJays. Defensively for the A's, it's Johnson, Amador, and Gomez. Left to right across the outfield. Nico Brown, Angel Vasquez, Max Irwin, and Jackson Phillips third to first across the infield. Of course, Aiden Morehouse gets the start at catcher to complete the battery for the Dodge City A's, as Adams now ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Runner goes, grounded up the middle, and Vasquez was headed towards second to cover. It scores a run. Runners on the corners for the BeeJays. That'll bring up Drew Gartman.
Number 6, Cooper Cardokas is the courtesy runner. Number 2, shortstop Drew Gartman is batting.
So the BeeJays, they go to Cardokas as the courtesy runner for Adams. Runners on the corners. Fowler delivers, gets the inside strike call. Pitch in a little bit low. It evens the count at 1. Sixth batter of the inning for the BeeJays. Throw over to first, not in time. Runner goes, and nope, they're saying the run scores. So even though he gets caught in the rundown, the run scores. The BeeJays lead at 2-0, and we are headed to the top of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Down on the count 0-1 is Morehouse as he leads off in the second. He'll take a pitch high from Kappelman, and that evens the count. Kappelman misses inside, makes it 2-1 to Morehouse. Kappelman standing on the first base side of the rubber, delivers, gets Morehouse to swing, and that'll even the count at 2. Morehouse comes to Dodge City via Eastern New Mexico University. Was a senior this year. Comes from Corsicana, Texas. And the pitch will hit Morehouse. So the A's have a runner aboard. That'll bring up Nico Brown. The A's will go to the courtesy runner with Marino. Throw over to first, not in time. Brown down in the count, 0-1. Kappelman delivers high. And that evens the count at 1. Pitch was fouled off. Brownie falls down in the count, 1-2. Throw over to first, and it will get away. Rolls into foul territory, and Marino advances to second, and a throwing error on the BeeJays. So we'll go back to work with a 1-2 count, and Brown will go down swinging. That'll bring up Jackson Phillips. Kappelman, 19 in the third innings pitched coming into tonight's contest, making his 6th appearance. Holds a 2.897 ERA. Phillips, he's down in the count, now even at 1. Phillips, he played his redshirt sophomore season here at Seward County this past year. He'll come up empty on the swing. Finds himself down 1-2. Phillips. Comes to Dodge by way of Parker, Colorado. Takes a pitch outside from Kappelman, and that evens the count at 2. Kappelman, by the way, the son of broadcaster Brock Kappelman, does all the radio for Seward County Community College, the Liberal Redskins, and Liberal BeeJays. Kappelman, one of the locals on this BeeJay team. He'll get Jackson and grounds it up the middle, and that'll score a run. The A's trail 2-1.
Number 11, center fielder, Yale Amador.
So that'll bring up Yael Amador. Amador played his freshman season at Western Oklahoma State College, comes from the Bronx, New York. This is the first time the A's have been here at Brent Gould Field this year. Amador comes up empty and finds himself down in the count 0-1. Kappelman delivers, misses low. That pitch misses. Amador moves ahead in the count, 2-1 strike. Pitch misses again, and Amador's ahead 3-0, 3-1. Amador sends that one. It's to the right, but goes foul out of play. And the count runs full. So it's 320 down the right field line here at Brent Gould Field. 370 into the right power alley. 400 into center at that big green fence. 380 into the left power alley and 340 down the left field line. Amador swings and comes up empty. That is the second out of the inning. Brings up Alejandro Gomez. Gomez and Amador were teammates this year at Western Oklahoma State College. Alejandro Gomez, he was a sophomore. He comes from Columbia. Gomez takes a first pitch strike. Down on the count 0-1. BeeJays are playing Ueda at second, a little closer to the second base bag. That one up the middle, deflected by Kappelman and not able to make a play, so an infield single for Gomez. Puts runners at first and second now with 2 away. And that brings up Isaiah Velasco. Velasco, the 9-hole hitter tonight. He is the DH, so he gets the half night off. Has done a mix of about everything for your Dodge City A's. Has pitched, has been in the outfield, has been the catcher. About the only thing he hasn't played is one of the infield positions. Pitch to Velasco misses for ball number 1. Velasco was a graduate. He makes contact. It's a high fly ball, but looks like playable and will be pulled down ahead of the warning track in right field, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the BeeJays here in the bottom of the second. They hold a 1-run lead after they scored 2 in the bottom of the first. Fowler back on the mound. Delivers a first pitch strike. It's one of the important keys. That first pitch strike, get ahead in the count. 0-1 delivery. He'll miss high. One. Fowler goes low on that one, and Cartman, he's ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch. Grounded it to Vasquez, throw to first, in time, and out number 1. Nobody on, 1 away for Charlie Ziola. Ziola sees a pitch high and outside. Moves ahead 1-0. Tonight's a non-league contest. Will only count in the overall standings. You pitch, Ziola swings, comes up empty, and that evens a count. The BeeJays 13-7 overall on the season. Your A's 10-11-1. The pitch, that one's driven down the left field line and falls foul. Ziola down 1-2 now. One, two. Misses low. Two pitch. Gets the strike calls in disbelief. He goes down looking and 2 away. That'll bring up Jet Huffman.
Number 3, third baseman, Jet Huffman.
Huffman, he'll take a first pitch ball. So, looking at the Rocky Mountain League, Huffman takes another one low and outside. It is the Hazelarks. They are firmly in first place at 15-2. The BeeJays check in at 11-6. Your A's 8-7, 6 games out of first place. Followed closely by the Fort Collins Foxes, who are 4-6. The Game Day Angels at 7-10. Collegians 5-8, and the Lumberjacks check in at 3-14. Huffman will swing and come up empty, and still ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike. Overall, your A's are in 4th place in the overall league with the overall record. That pitch is fouled off. Larks, they are 19-2. The Foxes are 16-9. The BeeJays 13-7. Your A's are 10, 11, and 1, followed by the Angels at 8 and 10, the Collegians at 7 and 9, and the Lumberjacks at 6 and 18. The overall standings. That pitch in and gets the strike call. Huffman goes down looking, and back-to-back strikeouts will end the inning. We are headed to the top of the third. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Back at the top of the lineup for your Dodge City A's, in the top of the third. New pitcher takes over the mound. It is Jack Taxi takes over the mound for the BeeJays and delivers a ball to Omari Johnson. One 1-0 pitch. Johnson pops that one up the elevator chute, tracking it over in the left field area, and pulling it down is Gartman for out number 1. One away for Angel Vasquez. Vasquez, he singled the last time he was up, facing off against a lefty on the mound in Taxi. It's a second pitch ball and moves ahead in the count 2-0. Taxi from the University of Wisconsin at Whitewater. Lefty 6'3", 190, was a senior. Pitch misses. there, and that puts Angel ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0 delivery is a 4-pitch walk. 1 on and 1 away for the A's to bring up Max Irwin. Irwin, he flew out the last time he was up. The A's, they've beaten the BeeJays twice so far. They won the game earlier at Dodge. Won again 2 nights ago as well, of course, winning that one 9-2. It was a rain-shortened game, but still 4.5 innings completed. Considered it a official game. The A's saw the long ball propel the offense from Aiden Morehouse as that pitch in and gets the strike call. Morehouse with back-to-back at-bats where he would hit the 2-run homer. Irwin evens the count at 1 as Taxi delivers low. The 1-1, check swing. Vasquez gets his lead off of first. Ball delivered low, rolls away from the catcher Adams, but nothing doing. Irwin ahead 3-1. Taxi, he works from the third base side of the rubber. Wind up in the pitch is in and called strike, and that runs the count full. So we'll see the payoff pitch. The delivery is in and rolls away from Adams as Irwin will check all his gear towards the A's dugout. That'll bring up Aiden Morehouse. Morehouse, he went 3 for 3 at the plate on Thursday night. He steps up with 2 on, 1 away. So it's Vasquez at second, Irwin at first. Morehouse, he was hit by pitch his last time up. Adams, he's going to go out and have a conversation. So we'll go back to work. Vasquez, he gets his lead off at second. An even bigger lead now, and Taxi delivers a first pitch ball. Missed well low and inside on that one. Taxi has struggled a little bit with command of the zone. Has thrown 13 pitches already in the inning. King back is Taxi. Delivers, and it's outside, and Morehouse ahead 2-0. 2-0. Misses in again, and Taxi is now in danger of walking the bases loaded. 3-0 pitch, so you can almost bet that Morehouse will be taking all the way here unless it's just an absolute beauty of a pitch. A 3-0. This is outside, and that walks the bases loaded. Here comes head coach Caden Trinkle. He's going to come out and have a conversation with Taxi. And we are going to take this opportunity to thank our Grand Slam sponsors, the Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas, the City of Dodge City, Lewis Automotive, Koch Fertilizer, Curbs Law Office, LLC, and Brian and Melissa Huff. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. So with bases loaded and one away, it brings up Nico Brown. Brown, he was a strikeout victim his last time up. One away for the A's. Brown has an opportunity to get the A's going here as the pitch is in and called strike. The A's can ill afford to do what they've done at various points throughout the season, which is go out, and leave the bases loaded. The 0-1. Brown swings and comes up empty and is down 0-2. And 0-2. Taxi winds and fires, misses outside. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes for Nico Brown. The A's will return home tomorrow night against these Liberal BeeJays. It is also Youth A's night at Cavalier Field. 1-2 pitch. Taxi winds and fires in, gets Brown to foul that one off. The count remains 1-2. So after tomorrow night, the A's will take to the road. They have 4 games in Colorado. They'll take on the Fort Collins Foxes for 2 games. And then finish the series with the Lumberjacks and Game Day Angels. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that is the second out, the second strikeout for Nico Brown as well. 2 away for the A's, and that brings up Jackson Phillips. Phillips, he singled the last time he was up. I have a feeling that this might be a intended rotation, giving the activity in the BeeJays bullpen tonight. Caden Trinkle might be managing his arms by going short outings. Pitch was in and called strike 2 Phillips. Pitch misses inside, or outside rather. So you heard me make mention of head coach Caden Trinkle. By the way, that name might sound familiar. Caden was an assistant coach at Dodge City Community College this year. His dad, Swede Trinkle, was a basketball coach here at Seward County. Currently coaches at Hill College, and his mom works there in athletics. A pitch over Phillips' head, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch. Phillips comes up empty, and that will even the count at 2. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Maybe it's the broadcaster's curse.
No, it's just timely hitting. Need to hit when his bases are
Blake brings up a good point. Timely hitting, and the A's have struggled with that at times.
We always hit with nobody on base. That's the exactly.
Pitch swung on and missed, and Phillips will go down swinging, and that will end the inning. The A's leave them loaded. We're headed to the bottom of the 3rd. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Wyatt Bohannon up for the Liberal BeeJays. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. The BeeJays, they lead at 2-1. Thomas Fowler, he's back on the mound for the Dodge City A's. Bohannon down in the count 0-1. Swings and comes up empty, and he's down in the count 0-2. For the first time this season, I've actually gotten one of the guys to jump on with me.
Yeah.
Blake Pacheco on.
Yeah, and
Welcome in.
And it's funny. He's been starting to he's been commanding the zone a lot better now. The first couple innings, he was struggling a lot. He was hitting a lot of batters, but now he's starting to command the zone and get a lot of outs fast. He just had a strikeout. I think this is his 2nd or his 3rd strikeout of the game so far.
Take a look. This is the 3rd strikeout of the game for.
Yeah, and they've all come in the 2nd and the 3rd inning.
Yep.
He had
It's the
two
entire
pitches.
lower 3rd of the order that has struck out against Thomas Fowler.
Yeah.
We're back at the top of the order with Ben Finnegan. He was hit by pitch his first time up.
All he needs to do is just command the zone, and he'll have the same production he had the last couple innings, I think. It's also his first outing too.
Mm-hmm.
He just got off a plane ride, I think, a couple of days ago.
Yep.
So
Just joined the team Thursday night.
Yeah, he's probably a little bit rusty. Yeah, I was talking to him. He said he threw his last outing on Tuesday. He said it was only a 60-pitch bullpen. So,
Okay.
So he should be ready to go for today, however long we're going to need him. Good.
Finnegan pops that one. It goes foul to the left and out of play, and that makes the count 2-1 to Finnegan.
I'm pretty sure he hit him on the first pitch.
He
of
was. He
that
was hit by
too.
pitch. Very first pitch out.
Yeah, got him right in the ankle.
2-1. Finnegan, he showed bunt, but pulls it back, and
That's,
he'll.
yeah, that's weird. I think that's the first bunt attempt of the day so far. And he did it on a 2-1 count. That's interesting.
3-1, so Finnegan can still be selective here.
Yeah, he's not throwing into the zone. Yeah.
And he'll draw the walk. That'll bring up Trenton Ueda. Ueda, he was the beneficiary of a walk the first time he was up. Walk and hit by pitch has been a bugaboo for the A's pitching staff this year.
I know that firsthand because we've had some games where we were not in the zone for plenty of innings, and we were out of the game in like the 4th or 5th inning.
So Ueda steps up, 1 on, 1 away for the BeeJays. He'll send that one. It goes foul to the right and out of play.
He commands a first pitch strike. I would assume they would go inside so then they can get a double play. So then he doesn't have to throw to an extra batter,
Good point.
which I'm sure
The A's have already turned 1 double play this game so far.
Yeah, and I already said Aiden, our catcher, moving in closer to the batter. Oop, that was outside. Because his pitch count is already at 41, which is pretty good going into with third inning with 1 out. So this has been kind of a sloppy outing for him, but it's been
Yeah.
pretty efficient. That might have been a
Pitch.
splitter.
Low and outside, that puts Ueda ahead in the count, 2-1.
I know his slider's been working good today. It's been getting a lot of movement. It's just his fastball has been the one in question. Oh. 3-1. Wouldn't be surprised if they go a slider for a strike here because he's definitely going to be sitting on a fastball. I know that.
I mean, so you yourself are a pitcher. You
Yes.
get yourself into different various counts, like a 3-1. You're thinking, okay, they're probably looking for something, low and down?
Yeah, I mean, they know that you're going to have to throw it somewhere in the zone. So they're going to be looking for like heaters because if you're already down in the count, they're going to be expecting like pitches that you can like most likely command. So that's where like the mind games come in because he threw him a fastball right there and he was not expecting it. So it just all depends on like just like the situation because there's a runner at first base too. Ooh.
Pitch misses inside, and that puts runners on now at first and second.
That might have been a strike. It looked kind of good from up here.
It looked good enough, but there again, we're not down there on the field, and that's one of the hard things. Like, especially when we were at Hayes, you could hear the faithful at Hayes. They did not like some of those calls that were coming.
Yeah, they were very vocal. That was like the first crowd where like they were like booing and like actually like being like involved with the game.
So that brings up Noah Giovanelli with 2 on and 1 away.
They have the most personality of any fan base I've seen. It's a high pop-up. Ooh, Amari Johnson makes a good play down the line.
Gets the second out of the inning as he'll pull it down in foul territory near the BeeJays bullpen.
And these runners have been vaulting a lot, especially on, not so much on first base, but on second base. As soon as that pitcher has been coming set, they've been getting very violent, just like shuffles.
Getting their lead.
Yeah, which is vaulting, which a lot of the teams in this Rocky Mountain League vault, and they don't really, ooh, foul ball. Yeah, they're very aggressive. Because I know some teams, they had like 10, 20 steals in like a couple games. It's definitely the most aggressive base runners I've seen in a while.
Down on the count 0-1, and that gets the strike call.
I think this might be his first 0-2 count of this inning.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so, because he's been falling behind a lot, so this is good how he's gone up ahead in this better pitcher's count.
The 0-2. Fowler takes a look back.
Yeah, the runner's starting to volt.
A drive out into right field that will fall in for a hit. 1 run scores.
And a bad throw from the outfielder. But Nico Brown secures it, so
Yeah.
no extra runs advance on the bad throw.
Number 38, the pitcher, Jay Adams.
As the second hit of the ball game for the BeeJays, they lead it 3-1. Brings up the catcher Cade Adams with 2 on and 2 away. Adams makes contact, gets a fly ball to left. Johnson will be there and pull it down, and that will end the inning. We'll come back with the top of the 4th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
Oh, he broke his bat. For being
A
hit.
broken bat on a 2-1 pitch.
And he struck out his last at bat too on a changeup. And I think that same pitch was a changeup, and he got for a base hit.
Yael Amador aboard. That'll bring up Alejandro Gomez, so it's the Western Oklahoma State College teammates. Add that one to the pile of firewood. So Gomez steps up. He singled his last time up. So it was the lower third of the order due up here in the top of the fourth for the A's. So Gomez will take a pitch for a ball.
I was wondering if Yao was going to steal, but he has a pretty tight lead, so I don't think Jam is going to send him over, or he's even going to think about him stealing.
Gomez, he's ahead in the count now, 2-0. The A's haven't necessarily had a propensity run. They've stolen at times, but it has been sporadic throughout the season. I can't say that they've developed their identity as a running team.
Yeah, we're more like a base hit kind of team, because we had a couple of our players, or two of our players just left, and they were like pretty much like the fastest runners on our team, and they would steal a lot.
Landon Langley was one of them, who was also leading the team in hits.
Yeah, and he would steal a lot because he was also very quick. And one player also left.
So we lost Cameron, Landon, and Austin.
Yeah, Cameron Parks. He would steal because he was like the fastest kid on our team. He was fast.
2-1 pitch. Anthony Edwards took over the mound for the Liberal BeeJays. That pitch is a high fly ball, but going foul. A 2-2. Edwards is going to take a look over at first. He wants to check on Amador.
Oh, yeah, did steal. With a tight lead, too, and he got a good jump.
Count runs full. Runner now in scoring position for the A's. We'll see the payoff pitch from Edwards. So it's pretty clear now that the BeeJays went with a scripted outing tonight on the mound.
Yeah, it's definitely a bullpen day for them today. Ooh, he ropes one down the line.
That one was on a frozen rope, but went foul.
Almost hits one of the kids down there.
So we'll see the payoff pitch again. It's going to send Adams out to have a conversation.
Because he is not in a good situation right now. Full count with a runner in scoring position with no outs. It's not looking good for him. We just need to keep putting pressure on them any way we can.
The 3-2 again. Edwards takes a look back. Amador with a big lead. He'll retreat back. Gomez sends that one foul.
He's fighting, which is good.
He's working an at bat. I mean,
how many pitches has this at bat been?
8th pitch of the at bat coming. Gomez will step out of the box. Lights coming on here at Brent Gould Field. Few high clouds have worked in. Pitch goes low, and Gomez will draw the walk.
Yeah, hit a really good AB.
So that puts on runners on at first and second to bring up Isaiah Velasco. Velasco, he flew out the last time he was up.
Number 21, the designated hitter, Isaiah Velasco.
Believe it or not, Velasco playing his third season here with the Dodge City A's. Shows bunt and pulls it back, takes it for a ball.
A bunt would be a good decision right now to go move the runners over to scoring positions and with one out, if he can execute it. I think he will be trying again until he goes to go put it down.
It did draw the third baseman Huffman in a little bit. He's expecting it, creeping up towards the infield grass. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes it for a strike.
It was a bit iffy inside.
One count. The pitch, just a bit upstairs. I think Velasco might have been looking up here at the booth to see if it went there.
I know. He went to go like a 3-second scare down with the sky after that pitch. He might. Yeah, looks like he's gonna be swinging away now. The 3-1 count.
Can still afford to be selective, knowing that Edwards has struggled with command of the zone.
The only thing we don't need is a back pick, and just let the hitters. Oh.
Swung on and missed, and that will run the count full. Well, the A's, they worked the bases loaded in the last half inning they were up, but unable to come up with anything. They trail 3-1 here in the top of the fourth. The payoff pitch. Velasco comes up empty, and that is the first out.
It was a good AB. He drew him to a full count.
It turns
Pitches.
the lineup over.
Out of the order for the A's, number 14, left fielder, Mari Johnson.
He should have a bit of trouble since he's facing two lefties back to back. So let's see what Amari does.
Brings up Omari Johnson. He's batting .367 on the season. It's 0 for 2 in the ball game. He's flown out both times he's been up and takes a first pitch low.
I know at the beginning of the season he was very hot with his bat. I think he hit a home run against Hayes too. I think last week. I saw on the Instagram.
Might have.
Yeah. I know his bat's been pretty good for us this season.
Johnson, he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Edwards has what he wants. He'll come set. Working from the stretch. A pitch outside, and
That's 3 straight balls. This might be his last batter. If he walks him, I wouldn't be surprised if they go take him out because they have quite a bit of pitchers down there in the bullpen.
pitch gets the strike call. Makes it 3 balls and 1 strike to Johnson.
It's a good hitter's count for him. And it's a walk.
That pitch draws the walk, and that will load the bases.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be taking him out. The coach is not waiting for him, so it's just a mound visit right now. Yeah, it looks like he might stay in. Well, he did just strike out the batter before, so they might try to put him in for one more batter. Yeah, it looks like they'll be leaving him in.
So that'll bring up Angel Vasquez. Vasquez is 1 for 1. He drew the walk the last time he was up. Vasquez batting .444 on the season.
He has a good breaker ball to go start that bat.
So Edward gets the strike call, and that has Vasquez down 0-1. Amador at third, Gomez at second, Johnson at first.
2 straight strikes. That's not good.
Pitch is fouled off, and Vasquez down in the count 0-2. Kind of in a similar situation when we saw the Nico Brown strikeout in the last half inning.
Yeah, he got down 0-2 with bases loaded after the pitcher was struggling.
Grounded up the middle, though, takes a bad bounce and will score a run. Actually, here comes the second. So the A's, they get on the board and tie the ball game.
That's an error. Yeah. He hit it hard, but it bounced off his foot for a base hit and a 2 RBI single.
Number 5, second baseman, Max Irwin.
Now the game's all tied up 3-3 with that error / base hit. Ooh, yeah, Max gets hit by a pitch on the first pitch of that bat and makes it bases loaded again with only 1 out.
Well, the A's keep the bases loaded with Max Irwin. That'll bring up Aiden Morehouse. Morehouse, he was walked the last time he was up.
And he's been hitting really good as of recently.
Morehouse batting .483 on the season. Might actually be the team high.
Oh!
He makes contact, sends it to left field to the warning track, and foul.
He missed a grand slam by like 20 feet. His bat's been really hot for us. He had 2 home runs just 2 days ago. And he almost shot another one.
Down on the count, 0-1.
Wow, he threw him another fastball inside after that. I would not expect that either. Because he just demolished that inside fastball and he threw it right back on the white.
Maybe it's one of those, I dare you to hit it because I don't think you're going to do it.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting him to go throw anything fastball. Then he goes.
Oh. Yeah, strikeout and 2 away. That'll bring up Nico Brown, who is a strikeout victim his last time up.
He starts at bat with the ball, with a fastball low and outside.
Nico, he's batting .359 on the season, despite being 0 for 2 in the ball game. Pitch, that one misses out. The A's, they've out-hit the BeeJays 5-2 in this ball game. Tied at 3 here in the top of the 4th.
I think every run that's scored for the BeeJays have been on walks. Or, I know 2 of the runs that they scored have been on walks. So I know they haven't really been earning their runs too well.
They scored their one in the first on a single. They were both on singles. The runs that scored were hit by pitch and a walk.
Yeah, hit by pitches. Yeah, but they just had time in hitting.
Right.
To go get him in.
Pitch is called strike.
He should be swinging now. He's probably taking it until he got it to a strike. That's another. Oh, he called it a strike. I thought that pitch was a little too inside.
Count runs full.
He's definitely not good at the inside, especially after that big foul ball.
Pitch. Swung on and missed, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. One pitch.
Ooh.
High fly ball out into left field. Omari Johnson's there to haul that one down and one away.
Yeah, that was a scary pitch. He hung that slider a little bit too close down the middle. but it's out. But it's out in the scorebook regardless.
Charlie Viola.
So that brings up Charlie Ziola. Ziola, he was a strikeout victim the last time he was up. Take a pitch outside and moves ahead 1-0.
He told me pretty firm. He told me he threw like 90 to like 93, and it looks well in that range. It'd be good to have another high velocity pitcher in our rotation.
Pitch is fouled off and evens the count at 1. Thomas, he's out for his 4th inning of work. It's one thing that the A's pitching staff can definitely use is a long starter.
Yeah, we need a lot more depth in our pitching.
Pitch swung on and missed.
And he's really dialed it in after those last couple of innings. He hasn't really been falling down on any of his counts, really.
Right.
He's been attacking every hitter.
The 1-2. He'll miss outside, but it evens a count.
He might try to set this up before an outside fastball and freeze him up. Because he threw a kind of a setup slider outside for a ball. No, he goes inside, and I thought it was a strikeout, but he caught it a ball inside.
Count runs full. We'll see the payoff pitch. But that's part of the cat and mouse game with pitching, though, is changing location and trying to keep the batter guessing, like where is it going to go and what is it going to be.
Yeah, you have to throw in any spot and every spot, yeah.
Gets the strikeout.
He threw that fastball outside, which I think he was trying to throw that before whenever he threw it inside. But he really tunneled it well because he threw an outside slider, and it looks just like a slider up until like it reaches the
It's a lot like
the mid. Ooh, that didn't. Oh, it barely grazed him. That's his first one in a couple innings.
so 1 on, 2 away for Wyatt Bohannon after Huffman. He drew the hit by pitch, and Bohannon, he is a strikeout victim himself. Bohannon, the 9-hole hitter for the BeeJays. He'll take a pitch outside.
But say he might have a little struggle with his command now that there's a runner on base. Because I think last inning he didn't allow anybody on the base, did he? I think he had a pretty clean ending last inning.
He had 1 on because they scored a run.
Oh, you're right. He's on 2. Yeah, he's on 2 quick balls to start this at bat. So he wants to get back in this.
Pitch.
Good.
Swung on and missed.
It looked like a splitter or like a changeup. It was a good pitch down in the zone for a swing and miss.
We haven't talked about it in a while. It is teammates that are the battery out there. Fowler and Morehouse, both from Eastern New Mexico University. Throw over to first.
I remember Aiden talking about him coming in like a week ago, and we were all excited to go get another pitcher, especially because we've had one pitcher leave so far, and we needed someone to go replace him. Good pitch on the outside corner.
Gets the strike call and evens the count at 2. Thomas waved 1 off, has what he wants, and will come set. gets the strike call, and that will end the inning, and we're headed to the top of the fifth. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
Been throwing a lot of.
6, 7, and 8 in the order due up for your A's as we've entered the top of the fifth inning. It is a 3-3 ball game. Jackson Phillips leading off. He was a strikeout victim his last time up. He'll take a pitch inside. It is Josiah Rojas on the mound now for the BeeJays.
And we normally face a lot of lefty pitchers because we have a lot of hitters that are lefties. At least half our lineup is. It's like the majority of the time that they're trying to play us, they'll face lefties for like the matchups against our hitters.
Phillips, he's batting .333 on the season. The 2-2 pitch, or 2-0 pitch rather, is a strike. So Phillips, he's ahead 2-1. Rojas, he works from the third base side of the rubber. Phillips makes contact, fastens at the dugout, and hits Alejandro Gomez in the back with it.
He's out there talking to somebody in the dugout with his back turned.
I was actually sitting in the stands during a college game a couple of years ago. Was kind of paying attention, but not really, and a pitch was popped up over the netting and landed right in my lap. So you always got to pay attention.
Definitely. It's always a hot seat in the fans, and it was a good located pitch outside for a strikeout.
It's the strike looking one away to bring up Yael Amador. Amador 1 for 2. He singled the last time he was up. One of the cooler bats on the team, batting .159.
He should have a better matchup against this pitcher or these next couple of hitters because our next two hitters are going to be righties, so they should see the ball a little bit better coming out his hand.
Down in the count, 0-1.
I'm just excited for that fireworks show at the end of the game.
get ready because we'll see a lot of them on the way home, too.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, one delivery.
Ooh.
A little bit inside.
And he took an outside fastball, which he swung at for the first fouled off strike that he had.
Yep. The A's do have work down in the bullpen, so we'll see if they stay with Fowler. 1-2 delivery from Rojas. As A's swing and a miss.
Looks like they have Jay Skifford warming up in the bullpen.
And Arturo Blaquenze is doing the catching.
Yeah, it looks like Jace is going to be coming into relief for Frank if he gets into any trouble. Which Frank should be able to go at least the fifth inning, or
Thomas.
yeah, it's Thomas. He should be able to go the rest of this, at least one more inning, I'm assuming.
Gomez down 0-1 after he fouls the pitch off. Was a beneficiary of a walk the last time he was up. Gomez batting 153 on the season.
You've been having very big swings today, getting around it.
Down in the count, 0-2. Rojas working out of the windup.
Taking a long pause. It was a good decision to go call time. He was trying to hold him up to go change the rhythm of that bat.
Rojas comes set. 2 is swung on. It's a foul tip, and Rojas strikes out the side. We're headed to the top or bottom of the fifth. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Jace Gifford takes over the mound for the Dodge City A's as we've entered the bottom of the 5th. He faces off.
Almost gets a base hit or an extra bases.
Faces off against Ben Finnegan back at the top of the order for the BeeJays, and count even at 1.
So that's only 1-2. Get the runs. Ooh. That was a bad curveball. He could use it to go set it up. Surprised they took.
The 2-1 pitch. Gifford misses outside. Makes it 3-1.
I just did it too.
A 3-1 delivery. Gifford.
It was a good pitch. It was just a little bit outside. Oh.
So that'll bring up Trenton Ueda. Ueda, he has drawn the walk both times he's been at the plate. Went on, nobody out for the BeeJays. Say
He's still hitting 0 for 0 for the day so far.
Yeah, yet to record an official at bat.
Now, I would have kept our starter in for at least an inning until he got to, unless he had a couple walks or something. Because I thought he was pitching pretty good. But it's also his first outing, so they probably don't want him to throw too many pitches. Overall, it was a good first outing, I think.
It was. A little shaky to start, but got past it.
He only gave up three runs and 2 hits. It's pretty good. I think so.
The throw over to first was not in time.
He gave us a really good chance to win this game, so that's a good outing. All you can ask for from your starting pitcher.
Pitches in for a strike to Ueda, and he's down 0-2. So Fowler in his first outing will take the no decision. The 0-2 delivery. Gifford has what he wants. Work from the windup. Delivers and gets the swing and a miss. See, first out of the inning and a big first out at that to keep from getting more than one runner on. That'll bring up Noah.
Especially after that walk. It was really big. It's a really big, like, momentum switch for us.
I'll bring up Noah Giovanelli.
And it looks like Will is in the bullpen right now. I mean, Nolan is in the bullpen right now. And it looks like he's starting to get warmed up. So then he might come in to go close out this game in the next couple of innings after Jays.
Could see Nolan by like the 7th, 8th inning, somewhere in there maybe.
Yeah. Hopefully, if Jays can
see if we can get us set up to where
if he can get us
Jays takes the win and set Nolan up for a save.
It'd be perfect to go get our win streak back in order.
Giovanelli takes the called strike, falls down 0-1. The A's, they had a 7-game win streak going before facing some tough competition. A lot of that was the Hayes Larks.
And a wild pitch.
Moves the runner over to second. Evens a count at 1 to Giovanelli. These BeeJays, after they take on your A's tomorrow, another non-league contest, they go to take on the Hayes Larks. They have not seen the Larks yet this season.
Yeah, a lot of teams have not played Hayes like we have because we've already played him 6 times now.
Yep, we've finished the series. We have one non-league, grounded to Phillips at first, and a second out of the inning. Which, I mean, Hayes is one of those teams that they have been a perennial front runner, even back when the A's were part of the Jayhawk League. Like the Hayes Larks were one of those teams that you knew that, yeah, it was going to be tough competition, and it is every year.
Yes.
Brings up Cal Anthony. Anthony hit a single, grounded and misplayed by Vasquez, and it scores a run. We'll see what the board does it. I know what I want to do with it.
Yeah, right.
Catcher number 38, Gay Adams.
Well,
I guess it's a hit. Guess they want to give them a little bit of extra stats.
I mean, Angel was running on it. Cade Adams, the catcher, he's ahead in the count 1-0. 1 for 2 in the ball game. He flew out the last time he was up. A pitch.
Goes 2-0, which that error might have rattled up Jace a little bit, at least mentally.
Well, and that's a place like you yourself as a pitcher know, like you can't let things like that bother you, especially on a dirt infield like this. You know that there's going to be bad hops, there's going to be rough spots in the field, and balls are going to be unpredictable.
Yes, especially because we do play on a turf field, and we practice on a turf field, so it can make things a little bit more difficult to adjust on the road.
Adams is ahead 3-0. The wild pitch moved Anthony over to second.
He needs to walk.
Gifford will issue the 4-pitch walk. So runners now on first and second for Drew Gartman with 2 away. Gartman, he flew out his last time up. It's going to send Morehouse out to have a conversation with Gifford.
Number 6, Cooper Kalkotis enters the courtesy room. Number 2, shortstop, Drew Gartman up to the plate.
And Jace needs to come in and just limit the bad things that have been going when he's on the mound. Because 1 run's already scored, but he still has 2 outs, so he could just get ahead and just get out of this inning with his batter, with no other runs scoring, and give us a great chance to win for the next couple of innings.
One run in the inning for the BeeJays. They lead at 4-3. That pitch flown out into center field, and Yael Amador there to haul that one down. It ends the inning. We're headed to the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
3-0.
Velasco's ahead 3 balls and no strikes. So we've entered the top of the 6th. The A's trailing 4-3. Velasco, he'll draw the 4-pitch walk. Isaiah, by the way, batting .333 on this season. So with nobody out and 1 on, it brings up Omari Johnson as the A's turn the lineup over. Johnson was a beneficiary of a walk the last time he was up. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Takes the pitch for a strike.
Yeah, he broke his 4 strict balls. So, and I would have taken that first pitch too after he's done 4 straight.
Johnson down 0-1.
Barely misses with that one. I thought that landed for a strike.
One delivery.
Good swing, and it gets right over his head.
Over the head of the first baseman, Giovanelli, as he was hopping for
It's
it.
going to be a double. He uses his speed to extend the bases on a single, but he had a really good turn around first base, which stretched it for a double.
Brings up Angel Vasquez. He's at 2 for 2 in the ball game. Vasquez, he singled the last time he was up, and the A's have the tying run just 90 feet away. Both runners in scoring position with nobody out. Rojas, the red arm sleeve on his left arm. He'll come set, working out of the windup. Delivers a first pitch strike to Vasquez, and he's down 0-1.
Yeah, he gets a good curveball to go start that bat.
Vasquez pops that one foul and out of play and finds himself down in the count 0-2.
I said because we got 2 on with no outs with a walk and a base hit. So we just need one of these hitters to get something down so we could get the lead again, or at least tie it up, and put less pressure on our reliever whenever he has to go back out. They do have a pitcher ready to come in, it seems like.
Vasquez will go down on strikes as he comes up empty. 1 away for the A's. That'll bring up Max Irwin. Irwin, he was hit by pitch the last time he was at the plate. It's 0 for 1 in the ball game. And the patented Jeremiah McCollum offensive visit.
And I think it's smart because you need to change up the tempo and give the pitcher a little bit something extra to go think about. It's almost like icing the pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's definitely in the groove now.
So Max Irwin steps up. Johnson on at second. Velasco at third.
He probably told him, I don't want to assume, but it's either to be aggressive or he's going to have to take first pitch. I don't see them doing a suicide bunt because we haven't done one all season. Yeah, it looks. Oh, he hits a good.
That one's going, but it will go foul. It falls in the BeeJays bullpen.
He caught a good barrel on that fastball.
just a little bit ahead of it.
Yeah, they have the first baseman in for a shift, predicting that we might bunt it, but we're not. I don't think we bunted with the runner on third all season.
I mean, the first baseman's still in on the infield grass, so he's thinking bunt.
I mean,
At this point, you might as well just drive one over his head.
or just hit a hard ground ball at him, and he won't have any time. Yeah, the coach told him to go play him, which is a smart decision and a good take. We just need anything in the outfield because I trust Isaiah to get in if it's deep enough because Isaiah is fast enough.
Well, and they're playing their shortstop Gartman well off the second base bag as well.
Because he has been pulling the ball, so they're expecting him to go roll over and maybe catch the runner from third.
Irwin's ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch, it's low. Irwin's ahead 3-1. Wind has calmed significantly here at Brent Gould Field. The flags out in center field are pointing down.
Yes, they were blowing heavily in for the first 2 or 3 innings. Surprised nothing got out a lot sooner, but it looks like it's going to be a lot calmer now. So the ball shouldn't be flying as much. Ooh,
Irwin pops that one up. It's to the right side. It could, but pulled down and
yeah,
not able to get the run scored. Well, now 2 on and 2 away for Morehouse. That's going to prompt a mound visit.
They might want to put in a new pitcher for Aiden. Well, it looks like they won't be putting in a new pitcher. And they're going to let the relief pitcher in the bullpen get a little bit more time to get ready.
This game just past the 2-hour mark.
So I'd say this game's moving pretty efficiently so far. We've had some long games this season.
Number 34, the catcher, Aiken Morehouse.
Let's see what Aiden can do for this at bat. Yeah, I have high hopes for this at bat.
Morehouse takes a first pitch strike.
Yeah, it was the first pitch, a breaking ball. Surprised he didn't want to unload on it, but he might have been in a take count until he got a strike from Jam.
Yeah, 1.
Ooh, to the same pitch, and he
It
puts
gets
a really good swing on it.
1 run scores. Here comes the second. It's bobbled out in left field and is a 2 RBI single for Aiden Morehouse.
Number 25, third baseman, Nico Brown coming to the plate.
So that'll bring up Nico Brown. Brown has had a struggle tonight. Been a strikeout victim at the plate.
That is exactly what we needed, though.
Indeed. The A's, they take the lead 5-4, and Brown, he comes up empty on the swing.
It's a big momentum switch for us.
So if you follow the trend, the A's should go 0 in the top of the 7th. They've scored 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 4th, and 2 in the 6th.
He gets a good jump, and it hits him in the helmet as he comes up. And he gets third on a, I think that hit his helmet.
Oh, the third error of the game for the BeeJays. That puts Morehouse over at third.
Courtesy runner.
Oh, the A's did go to the courtesy runner.
Never mind. Surprised they didn't count that as a fielding error.
I did.
I'm about to. Ooh, fouls off another pitch. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes and gets a barrel on one of these and takes it. He's definitely due for a loud knock. Good
Pitch.
take. Try to bait him with a slider inside for a strikeout pitch, but he didn't bite.
1-2 the count. He does get the strikeout there, and that will end the inning. The A's hold the lead. We're headed to the bottom of the sixth. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Charlie Ziola set to lead off. He'll face off against Jace Gifford. He takes a swing and a miss. Ziola has struck out the last two times he's been at the plate. See if Gifford can issue the hat trick here. Nope. Ziola grounds it out into left field.
Gets a leadoff single.
Third baseman, number 3, Jack Huffman.
Give up his second hit of his outing so far. And they put a good bunt down, but Nico Brown loses it on the transfer. So it's a air.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
If he lost it on the transfer, it's a hit.
Yeah, I mean, it was going to be a hard play regardless if he would have gotten it.
Number 33, designated hitter, Wyatt Bohannon.
You might start to see some activity from our bullpen soon.
That brings up Wyatt Bohannon. He'll take a pitch low. Bohannon ahead, 1 ball and no strikes. He struck out the last. No, this is not Bohannon.
This is.
Yeah, it is. This is Bohannon.
Yeah, this is why he's 0 for 2 for today.
Yeah, he's 0 for 2. Has a strikeout swinging and a strikeout looking.
We could definitely use another strikeout here.
1-1 delivery. Gifford goes low and outside. He gets the strike call. If you're just joining in, the A's a lead at 5-4. I'm joined in the booth tonight by Blake Pacheco.
This is my first time commentating too, and the runners are advancing for.
Pitch was fouled. The count remains 1-2.
Wouldn't be surprised if they throw something in the dirt or try to get him to go bite somewhere. But I do think that he should throw a ball at least. I don't think he should throw anything in the zone whatsoever. Because I trust Aiden back there to block up anything. And
Foul that one off.
you might have missed. Because you don't want to get contact here on a 1-2 count. He could afford to throw like a setup pitch or something in the dirt. Just to change up his. Just to change it up. I know he has a breaking ball. I'm surprised he hasn't thrown it yet. There we go. He throws a change.
Grounded it.
And it looks like a clean double play.
Grounded to Vasquez. Throws to second. Gets the out. Makes the throw to first. And 2 away.
But the runner advances to third base. So.
It's the second double play of the ball game for your Dodge City A's. Brings up Ben Finnegan.
2 outs. He can get out of this inning clean.
Finnegan yet to record an official at bat, as he's either been hit by pitch or walked every time he's been up, and finds himself down in the count 0-1.
It's been with a lot. Because I think we've given up. Well, I know we have 3 hit by pitches total. We have at least 4 or 5 based on balls. So we've given up a lot of free bases so far today.
Pitch misses low and evens a count at 1. Five walks and 3 hit by pitches, so 8 free passes issued by the A's pitching staff in this game. Not necessarily the recipe for success. That pitch is flown out into right field. Gomez
Drops it.
not able to pull it down. It scores a run, and
Oh, he's out.
He is tagged.
And it was, I believe that was an error, but he was zoned out at third base.
So give him credit with a double.
But the run scores, I believe. So it makes it a 5-5 tie ball game.
We'll head to the top of the seventh inning. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. The BeeJays go to the bullpen and call in the righty Braxton Trinkle. He'll face off against Jackson Phillips, who is ahead in the count 1-0. Phillips, he got caught looking the last time he was at the plate.
Ooh, he swings big and lets go of his bat. And he hits the umpire.
Between the umpire's legs, nonetheless.
The umpire was looking confused like he did it on purpose.
That evens the count at 1. Well, we have the count at 1. The scoreboard has it at 2-0. There we go. 1-1 delivery coming from Trinkle. He works from the windup. He'll deliver, gets Phillips to foul it off towards the A's dugout. Phillips, he'll fall down in the count 1-2.
Those change up down in the zone to get him for a strikeout.
So Phillips goes down swinging.
They really have been pitching to lefties well, though, because they've been throwing them a lot of junk and a lot of changeups.
So that brings up Yael Amador. He was 1 for 3. He was a strikeout victim his last time up.
It's a good swing in that fastball outside.
"13 strikeouts issued by the BeeJays pitching staff in the ballgame."
Let's say I almost hurt you in here, but then it stopped. It's going to be 0-2. This pitcher is working very quick. And he fouls off his handle, I think. Oh, he hits a high.
Chop to the short.
And he looks like he jumped up the bag as soon as he touched it. So I be
a
that would
throwing error.
yeah, it would be an error because he should have been out. It was definitely a play that could have been made. But yeah, I'll hustle down the line to go beat the throw.
Yep. The fourth error of the ball game on the Liberal BeeJays, and that'll bring up Alejandro Gomez. 1 on, 1 away for the Dodge City A's. Gomez 1 for 2. A foul tip out his last time up. Gomez makes contact. It's a fly ball that'll drop out in left center field, and that puts runners on at first and second. Well, the A's, they have something going. They have 2 on and 1 away. The A's, they've stranded 9 batters already in this ball game coming into the 7th inning. Brings up Isaiah Velasco. He was a beneficiary of a free pass the last time he was up. Velasco, the 9-hole hitter for your Dodge City A's, and that's going to send Adams out to have a conversation with Trinkle. So the BeeJays, they scored 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth, and 1 in the sixth. Your A's, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, and 2 in the sixth. The A's have out-hit the BeeJays 8-6. A tie game, 5-5.
And we have been playing this ball game pretty clean because we haven't had any errors so far. And
which is a little bit unusual for the A's.
yeah, and the BeeJays already have 4 errors, which have helped us out a lot.
Yes.
But we have been playing clean defensively.
The A's have cleaned up their play here as of late. The last couple of games, they've held the errors to a minimum. Practically nothing, actually.
Yeah, I think it was just like a dry spell that we had because we were making way too many errors in it was only like a 5 to 4 game span because after that we didn't have any errors anymore.
Velasco ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. So Amador on at second, Gomez at first. A pitch.
Because he has a good swing on that. He's on his fastball, but I don't know if he'll get the fastball again after that. He might get a bunch of junk. Especially down the count. I thought there was something for a strike. And I bet you it's going to be something off speed.
Gets the strike call.
They're starting to pitch to him good after you saw. But they're attacking the hitters not with a lot of junk as I thought, though. They've been attacking them with a decent amount of heaters, which is contrary to what I thought they would throw the hitters.
2 on, 2 away for the A's to bring up Omari Johnson. We're back at the top of the order.
Ooh.
Johnson fouls that one off.
He has a good swing, but it's barely foul.
The 2 individuals that lead the team in stolen bases are on the field right now. Omari Johnson's one of them with 8. Yael Amador with 8 as well. Pitch is in and called strike.
That was a bit of a iffy pitch. It was a good take by Amara.
Paxton Huff and Cameron Parks follow closely behind with 7.
Yeah, Paxton's still coming off that injury that he had to the face. Hoping he can come back soon.
Pitch is fouled into the netting. That was one of those injuries that you don't like. There's nothing you can do about it because it's going to happen no matter what you do.
Yeah, because he tried to bunt, and it was at the last second he tried to pull it back. And his swelling has gone down because it's not like I saw him in the dugout, and it wasn't like a noticeable like swelling. So it's definitely healing a decent amount since the last happened. Because we could definitely use him back on our lineup.
Yeah, 0-2 grounded it to the second baseman. Throw to first is in time and ends the inning. That'll send us to the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time and liberal. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Jace Gifford, he returns to the mound for the bottom of the 7th. The BeeJays, they have 2, 3, and 4 in the order due up. It's a 5-5 ball game. Ueda 0 for 1. He was a strikeout victim the last time he was at the plate. 2 walks and a strikeout has been his night so far. First pitch he sees from Gifford. Goes low and outside for a ball. Gifford delivers a front door bender that doesn't quite bend enough.
Yeah, I mean, it was better that he left it up for a ball. Because if he would have left it down for a strike, it might have not been coming down. He sets it up good. And he bites his zone with the fastball.
2-1 pitch coming. Gifford goes low and makes the count 3-1.
This game is definitely slowed down.
As does many of them.
Yeah, those first 5 or 6 went very quick, but now the tempo is starting to slow down.
Grounded it to Vasquez. Make the throw to first. Not in time. Phillips not able to dig that one out.
Oh, Jace. Don't know why Jace was back there trying to get the backup.
First error of the inning for the A's. Or of the game, I should say.
It's our first error in quite a long time.
So that'll bring up Noah Giovanelli, he is 0 for 3.
He's starting to get out of the zone a little bit. He needs to settle back in. Because he's one pitch away from going 2 outs and nobody on base. So the inning could flip in his favor still.
Pitches in, gets the strike call. Quite the crowd has gathered on hand here at Brent Gould Field. Lots of folks in lawn chairs off the third base line. Throw over to first was not in time. 1-1 pitch.
They might try to steal him because they might want to get out of that double play situation. Oh, he barrels one down the line. One hops over the fence. But it makes it 0-2 or 1-2. I think it's a ball.
1-2.
People on the scoreboard aren't doing not good of a job.
I'm not going to say much because I've struggled at times. There's a lot to do when you're trying to call a game and run the scoreboard or run a stat book. The pitch is fouled off. It goes over into the crowd that I was just speaking about not too long ago. Count remains 1-2. The fifth pitch of the at-bat coming. Gifford working from the windup, delivers inside.
That's a good competitive pitch to throw for a ball. Because it's somewhere in the zone, and it makes him think about hitting it. Then he threw a high fastball. He can go down really anything in the bottom of the zone. And it would be pretty effective off that high pitch. And it looks like they changed out Nolan and they have a submarine pitcher in the bullpen right now.
That'd be Nicholas Gonzalez. Count runs full. We'll see the payoff pitch from Gifford. He went a little bit high. We'll see what he does here. Comes set.
Good. He
Popped up.
Gets up.
Phillips calling for it. He'll have the ability and pulls it down right inside the foul line.
A bit shaky.
Number 19, left fielder, Cal Anthony.
One away for the BeeJays. To bring up Cal Anthony, who is 2 for 2. He has singled the last 2 times he's been at the plate. Definitely a person you want to see it out here. A pitch. Gifford goes high and misses.
Jace is really cleaning up this outing. Attacking a lot more. He'll do just a little bit better job.
Throw over to first, not in time.
And a good pickoff to go hold the runner.
One of those, hey, I know you're over there. I'm going to check on you.
Definitely. Because surprised he hasn't tried to steal. Especially with 1 out. That would be the only play that could end the inning if they hit a ground ball for a double play. He must not have that fast of wheels. They look like he was hesitating, like he was wanting to steal. Gets down on the count now. 2-1. Hasn't thrown that many breakers. He's been predominantly throwing his fastball to get him through this inning so far. He throws a cutter, I believe. I think he tried to throw a slider. Good pitch. Swing and a miss.
54 stolen bases on the season for the BeeJays.
That's a lot. It's probably double what we have, at least. I know we don't have any stolen bases today. He has a good
Pitch
jump.
is swung on and missed. Nope, fouled.
Yeah, the first base had a good jump, but luckily it was foul tip. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be stealing to avoid that rollover.
55 stolen bases on the season for the A's.
Oh, so we have more than them?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. I would not have thought that.
We've also played more games.
We played a lot. Looks like he's getting a small lead, but it's going to be stealing to avoid that double play. Good
Over
pickoff.
first.
It looks like Nico's all hot to go in. And he's probably one of the most important pitchers, I think, on the staff. Because having a submarine pitcher is very important. With a lot of people throwing high velocity nowadays, it's important to have something slow and, like, that moves a lot.
And his moves a lot.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite pitchers that I like to see on the mound.
Pitch is popped up. Morehouse tracking it.
Good.
Oh, out of his glove and falls foul.
Yeah, it popped right out. Remember, Nico came in for me to relieve against Hayes, the game that we won. And he closed out the rest of the 4 innings after I started for 5. And we ended up winning that game. So he's going to have a similar outing today, I assume. Reminder is not stealing.
That one makes contact out towards center field. Amador tracking it. He'll pull it down in left center field and 2 away. It brings up the catcher, Cade Adams. The beneficiary of a walk the last time he was up. 1 on, 2 away for the BeeJays in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 5-5 ball game.
Well, they have a bunt with 2 outs. Jace hesitates a little bit, and he's still out. It was a bang-bang play at first base. Surprised me, too.
Well, they get the out, gets out of the inning, and we are headed to the top of the 8th. You've been
Gets the job
listening
done.
to Dodge City A's baseball. Angel Vasquez leading off for the Dodge City A's. Takes the first pitch he sees. It's out into right field and pulled down for the first out of the inning.
Was that first pitch?
One away for Max Irwin. It's 0 for 2 in the ball game. He flew out the last time he was up. Worked our way into the top of the 8th. It's a 5-5 ball game. Trinkle's back on the mound and delivers a first pitch strike to Max.
Yeah, their pitchers have been working very quick. As soon as they get on that mound from the windup, he's going in and just starting his rhythm as soon as the batter looks up.
I like it when pitchers work quick on the mound. Means the game's going to go a little quicker.
Yeah, you could tell because the pitcher always has to wait until the hitter and the pitcher makes the eye contact, and as soon as Max goes to look up, he's already starting his motion. Because anything before that would be a balk, technically. Like an illegal pitch. He fights off a fastball in the dirt.
Fouls that one off, and count remains 1-2.
And I think I went to go stop in the the dugout, and I think Nico is going to be going in because Jace had his shirt on, I think. So I think Nico might be going in. Oh no, Jace still has his jersey on. So it'll be a toss-up to see who goes out again.
Pitch is delivered behind Max's back.
It almost hit his bat too.
Counts even at
Luckily-
2.
Ooh. Luckily, he pulled out his bat, or else I might have caught it. It was
Ooh,
a
the
good slider in the dirt.
2-2 induces the swing and a miss, and that is the second out to bring up Aiden Morehouse. Morehouse, he's 1 for 2. He singled the last time he was up. The A's, they dropped the game here 13-8 last year on July the 4th. They dropped the game at 12-7 back in 2024.
And we've come out looking better than they have so far. Because realistically, it should be 5-3. Those 2 runs in the first shouldn't have scored because even though they were hitting.
It should be 5-4 because that second run shouldn't have scored.
Yeah, even though they were hitting with hits, they should never even have been on the base to begin with. Which is something I fall victim to a lot too whenever I pitch.
Pitch is inside, gets Morehouse to jump back a little bit. Moves ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Wind has come back up a little bit, blowing in from center.
It looks like it's blowing. Yeah, it just started blowing in this inning. It's 3-0.
Morehouse ahead 3-0 and can be selective.
It's definitely, if he swings, it's definitely going to be a home run.
Takes the strike call.
Bit of an inside pitch.
A 3-1. Driven down the left field line, but foul into the crowd.
Yeah, he belts one about 30, 40 feet shy from the fence. From a home run. It probably wouldn't have hopped the fence if it was fair.
The payoff pitch. Trinkle delivers and sends it foul, does Morehouse. The at-bat continues.
He's been missing, or he just missed with that slider, but he's been throwing a lot of sliders to go put away batters. And it looked like he was frustrated at that pitch because he left it a little bit too much for a strike. I think he was trying to get him to go chase with the outside slider. Looks like going
Pitch
inside
again, and
fastball.
it hits him.
He was trying to set him up. He was trying to go slider and then go back in, which they have not been afraid to go inside on our hitters at all today.
Third baseman, number 25, Nico Brown.
I believe that was a hit by pitch, right?
Yes, it was. Brings out
That's his second hit by pitch today. He always gets on base.
Jaden Moreno to do the courtesy running. Nico Brown steps up. 1 on and 2 away. Brown
and he
makes
gets a base
contact and
hit.
gets his first hit of the game. Moreno rounds second and is going to get caught in a rundown.
Looks like nobody's on second base. And he's safe.
He's under the tag.
he was stranded in a pickle.
The entire BeeJays field thought that they had the out. There goes Caden Trinkle to go talk it over. Field umpire said, and it's Marlon Sparks that's out in the field. Trinkle beside himself. The A's have a runner on at first and second.
It was Jackson up to bat. He's 1 for 4 for today. He's had 1 hit and 3 strikeouts today.
Well, I don't remember what the strikeout count was. Let's look.
He just uses 1 of 2 step-offs that he's going to have for this at bat. Ooh, he almost hits him.
15 strikeouts issued by the BeeJays pitching staff.
Today?
Yes.
That's not good. But their pitching has been very effective today, though.
7 of them are with 2 individuals that are on the field right now. I'll let you do the math.
Doesn't sound too good.
Pitch misses high.
You are right, because one of the runners has 3 strikeouts, I believe. 4 strikeouts. But he broke it up with a single,
Yep.
which it doesn't matter what you do, but
A hit's a hit.
he had a good timely hit to go put a lot of pressure on that. And we get another one, and that
Phillips gets a good hit and a bad
bounces it.
bounce.
We're scoring at
1 run in, getting the stop at third, and that puts runners in scoring position. The A's have taken the lead 6-5.
gets a good hit, and the run scored because of that error. Because he botched the hard line drive to him. And he gets a double out of that, too. I think he reached on second base, so I think it was a single.
It was a single.
Yeah, but he reached on.
So that brings up Yael Amador. A hit and an error, the official ruling, which is what I had done anyway.
Ooh, he looks like, and he might score on a wild pitch without even having to slide. And that's big.
So Amador ahead in a 1-0 count, and the A's lead it 7-5.
On first and third. No, just third.
Remember when I said the trend earlier in the ball game? Well, the A's have scored in the even innings, and it's been 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the sixth, so far 2 in the eighth.
We've been doing better of hitting and putting a lot of pressure on the other team when we have runners on base, which is all it is.
Amador scoots back, takes the strike call, and makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. It's Phillips over on third. The A's could score another run here. There used to be a saying back when the A's were part of the old Jayhawk League. We had a saying then that there is no safe lead in the Jayhawk, and you've seen that here in a back-and-forth battle as that pitch is in and called strike. Puts Deuces Wild across the top of the scoreboard.
Yeah, this is the first time the pitcher or the other team has put the pressure on us since this inning has started. And it's a 2-2 count with 2 outs. So this is a deciding pitch, and he fights it off for another one.
Count remains 2-2.
But to be honest, all the pressure right now is on the pitcher because the pitcher has to throw it in for a strike.
BeeJays have been out hit 10-6. They also have 5 errors on the scoreboard.
And those errors have put them out of the game, to be honest, because they've
been costly for sure.
They should be in a better position than they are.
They should be out of this inning.
Yeah, and they're also wasting. He's already at 38 pitches, and he's already thrown to, or this is his second extra batter that he's had to throw to. So they're probably thinking about taking him out really soon. Oh,
grounded up the middle.
Oh, that would've been
he uses
out.
his body to block it, makes the throw to first, and will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Bottom of the 8th, the BeeJays lead off with Drew Gartman. Gartman, he's 0 for 3 in the ball game. He flew out the last time he was up. Gifford returns to the mound, gets the ground out to Irwin, the throw to first in time and 1 away.
I know pitchers love when they get first pitch outs.
Can't get any more efficient than that. 1 pitch, 1 out. That brings up Charlie Ziola. Ziola, he's 1 for 3, a single the last time he was at the plate. The BeeJays are down to their last 5 outs of the ball game. The A's will have 3 more outs to work with in the top of the 9th to add some insurance runs.
That's a good changeup, but it just didn't fall for a strike. He's been getting better command of his breaking balls and his off speed now that he's been settled into the game, and there's fireworks going off in the outfield too from other people.
So the fireworks show will actually take place just past the center field wall.
I'm excited, and I walked out. There was a lot of fireworks just along like the and that might fall, but I think he's playing in.
Nope, there it is.
Another out.
Ziola flies out to left field to Johnson, and out number 2.
He hit that on an 0-2 pitch, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ball.
No, 2-0.
Yeah, it was 2 balls. Okay.
So that brings up Jed Huffman. Huffman, he's at 1 for 2.
It's been 2 quick outs for Jay so far. He's
I
only
like it.
thrown 3 or 4 pitches so far, which is really good. It puts our bullpen in a much better position now. And he threw a good breaker for a strike. He's really starting to dive in and get comfortable with his pitches. First couple innings, he was kind of,
He struggled a little bit.
yeah, he wasn't that confident up there, but now you could tell he's a lot more confident up there with his pitches. Which I think that's the only thing he needs is just confidence on that mound.
1-1 delivery from Gifford.
Good.
Oh, goes front door with the
He's thrown
bender.
He's thrown 3 of them back to back, which is the first time I've seen him do that, which means he's getting better. He's getting more comfortable with his arsenal. And that saves Nico because now,
Well, now it saves Nico to be able to use him tomorrow night at home.
yeah, because if Jason's able to extend this, he could save our bullpen a extra arm. He gets that in for a base hit, but it was a well executed pitch, so you can't complain.
That'll bring up the bottom of the order with Wyatt Bohannon. Bohannon 0 for 3. He grounded out the last time he was up. 1 on, 2 away for the BeeJays. The A's are looking for another 0 on the scoreboard, and here comes head coach Jeremiah McCollum.
I thought he was gonna take him in or keep him in for at least one more batter, but it looks like they're gonna be taking him out. Or actually, I think I might be right. He might be his last batter or two before he takes him out. Yeah, he's talking to him.
Yeah, I think this is more of a how do you attack this at bat kind of discussion. And
Yes.
not necessarily a we're taking you out, but it's a, control your zone, control your pitching, go for the out.
Yeah. And it's always after the pitching or like the mound visits is where the pitchers start to settle back in. But he probably told him, this is like your last batter or two. And probably told him that he's going to be on a tight leash. Because we can't afford to let the game get out of hand at this late in the game.
Well, you have to protect your lead at some point.
Yes. Because the tying run is up at the plate right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't afford anything costly.
Bohannon ahead 1-0. Goes low again, and Bohannon's ahead 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0 pitch.
It looks like he's starting to aim it now. His arm angle is starting to change. So this might be his last batter.
Bohannon ahead 3-0, and if he does get on, it will turn the lineup over.
Yeah, he is 0 for 3, so it wouldn't be ideal to walk him.
Gets
And-
the strike call.
It'd be better to go force his bat and to make him go put it in play.
He's been a strikeout victim twice in the ball game.
What do is just attack him. It looks like he walked him.
So that brings up the go-ahead run. And Ben Finnegan.
Yes, thank you. Jam is walking out there to go bring in Nico Gonzalez into pitch, which is one of my favorite pitchers.
So the A's are going to make a pitching change. We'll tell you about it when we come back. You've been listening to Dart City A's Baseball. Nicholas Gonzalez takes over the mound. There's a first pitch strike to Ben Finnegan.
It's a perfect start to start this relief. With 2 runners on, he barely misses the zone with the ball. The fastball low. Which I'm assuming he's going to probably get some weak contact and roll over somewhere for an out, for the third out.
2-1 on the mound is Gonzalez. He'll make the
And
throw back to second and
he's
gets
out.
the out.
He only has to throw 1 pitch.
2.
2 pitches. I thought
Picked off Huffman at second, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the ninth.
I was scared Angel got hurt, but he got up perfectly
Yep.
fine. So
So we'll be back with the top of the ninth. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Alejandro Gomez leads off.
who's pitching?
A new pitcher on the mound is
16.
Braden Whipple.
Okay, switched over. He throws a ball for the first pitch.
Gomez ahead 1-0. He's 2 for 3 in the ball game. Takes a pitch high and inside. Moves ahead 2 balls and no strikes.
Wait, how do I? What do I do? Bench. Goes to 2-1. Evens a count at 2-2. With a good breaker for a strike. Just barely swung through that, almost made contact with that pitch.
A 2-2.
Rolls over, but it could. No, he fields it cleanly. He gets an out. It's nice seeing all the fireworks going off.
I know I was up at my parents' in Jetmore last night, and when I came back into town, there was fireworks all over Dodge City.
Were there?
Uh-huh. That brings up Isaiah Velasco. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Got caught looking the last time he was at the plate, and their A's are down to their final 2 outs to add some insurance. They lead 7-5. Pitch.
Another first pitch strike for them.
Well, Whipple, he's working the zone.
He's definitely not having a problem finding it out. They seem to have a pretty deep, and he barrels one center, but might be a little bit too shallow, and he almost drops it though. Isaiah had a pretty good swing.
Finnegan goes down to a knee, but pulls it in. Two away to bring up Omari Johnson. The A's, they turn the lineup over. Starting their 6th trip through the batting order now.
He's had 2 pop-ups, a walk, a double, and a ground out so far in his outing today. Ooh.
Swung on and missed, and it evens the count.
No, I think that was the first pitch. No?
Nope, 1-1.
Okay. And he does hide the ball very well, so I could see why it might be difficult for these hitters. He has a funky windup, or something that you don't see very often. And he doesn't show the hitters the ball until he's about to release it practically.
2-1 from Whipple.
Yeah, he has a lot of deception, yeah, and he hides the ball well, but Omari barrels it up the middle.
I'll be honest, this scene right now, what it really reminds me of is the 4th of July scene in The Sandlot.
Oh.
Where they play the night game.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that in a while, but this is exactly how it's like. Having the fireworks on going, especially during the game, because they're really big on the outfield wall as the game's going on.
So Angel Vasquez, 2 for 4 in the ball game. 1 on and 2 away, and he takes a pitch outside.
And they're starting him off with breakers to start off the count, meaning that they might be working backwards. But I believe he threw forward to Amari. He threw him a fastball first pitch. Yeah, and then he just threw back-to-back breakers.
He got Angel to go fishing on that one.
Wait. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes with another breaker, because he's going back-to-back with it. Goes with a pickoff instead. Ooh, a good timely pickoff, but does not get him. Yeah.
Runner goes.
And he
pitches in for a strike.
He did have to take that, but he had a pretty good jump.
Vasquez, he's down in the count 1-2.
But now a base hit scores that run now, and it gives us a bigger cushion whenever we go out there to defend out the game for the last inning.
Called strike 3, and Angel is not happy.
That was at least a half a ball outside, which I can kind of see, but it's kind of too close to take in that type of situation.
Indeed. That'll send us to the bottom of the ninth. The BeeJays have 3 outs. They trail 7-5. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Bottom of the ninth, and the BeeJays, they have the top of their order due up with Ben Finnegan. He was at the plate the last half inning when the pickoff happened.
Yeah, he has 1 hit by pitch and 2 walks already so far.
I'll take a first pitch ball. Finnegan, he's 1 for 1. His first 3 trips to the plate were free passes.
Which sounds like any one of my outings usually. I know me walk.
Oh, that pitch, a high fly ball into right field, and it is
that did get off.
Gone.
Solo shots normally don't hurt that much, so it's okay to give up a solo shot. Because at the end of the day, they're still down by 1 run. That was a leadoff hitter, so it would be kind of questionable a little bit, but we are definitely going to be riding out with our submarine pitcher here.
Well, the tying run at the plate with Trenton Ueda, he is 0 for 2. Ueda, he hit into an error. He shows bunt, and he is hit by pitch. So the tying run on.
Oof.
That brings up Noah Giovanelli, who represents the go-ahead run for the BeeJays. Giovanelli, he is 0 for 4 in the ball game. He flew out the last time he was up. 1 on, nobody out, 1 run in the bottom of the ninth. Gonzalez, he's taking a long look over at first.
Because they are most likely going to want to get that run over to second at any cost, or second or third, to make it a much safer. Yeah, he's looking like he didn't steal, but he's gaining ground like he's planning on it. But a double play changes the momentum a lot because the momentum is on the BeeJays' side right now. Ooh,
Fouled off.
good 0-2 count.
Giovanelli's down in the count now 0-2, which is right where you want. Because now you can almost guarantee that he's going to go into protect mode.
I just wonder what Aiden's going to call. They both agree on the pitch. Wondering if they're going to throw a fastball or a breaker. They threw a breaker and he could not touch it.
Giovanelli goes down swinging, one away for Cal Anthony, who is 2 for 3. Anthony, he flew out the last time he was at the plate.
I'm very surprised they're not trying to steal that runner over. He might not be fast, but you think they have a pinch runner or something, because they need that runner at second base. Because a base hit, yeah, they still have him holding off.
Anthony down in the count 0-1 as he swung at a high pitch.
Because with the base hit, the runner could maybe advance to third base, but if he steals and gets to second base, it would be a tie ball game with the base hit. Yes.
Grounded it through the right side, and that'll put runners on at first and second. Not a bad move because the BeeJays, they still have 2 on with 1 away. It allows them to still play station-to-station baseball.
Cade Adams
Brings that. Cade Adams, who was out on a bunt his last time up. Morehouse is going to go out and have a conversation, and it also brings out Jeremiah McCollum to talk things over. The tying run is at second base. The go-ahead run is on.
But one play puts
One
the
swing
game
of the
away.
bat, and it could be a game over, too.
Yeah, one pitch is all we need. So the scales are about even, I would say.
Jeremiah definitely talking about making sure that you go to where the out is.
Yes, because it doesn't matter if the runner's advanced anywhere. It's just if you can get it out, because then that puts that runner at third base.
Well, and
or
it
second
puts
base.
pressure on if it does bring up another batter. It puts pressure on them knowing that they represent the final out.
Mm-hmm.
So Cade Adams with 2 on and 1 away.
He's 1 for 3 for today. He starts him off with the ball, and the fans are trying to get a little bit active. Might start to get in Nico's head. Just because there's a lot of people here today.
There's a
in the
lot
stands.
of people here.
Oh, we need-
Fouled off to the third base side, and that will even the count.
No. It's something with the game. Okay, he has the count about even. Oh, no.
Hits him.
He hits him on a 1-1 count. And he's already hit the batter on second base, too, I believe. So this is his second time hitting somebody.
They are going to send the courtesy runner.
Which I don't really see a point to, because that runner at first base doesn't matter. The only run that matters is the runner at second base. So maybe. Oh, is he the catcher?
Yes.
I'll still leave him in.
So bases loaded with 1 away for Drew Gartman, who has 0 for 4.
A double play still gets us out, even how bad it might look. Or how bad it looks.
Well, now you for sure have the forced play anywhere now.
Yes, so even no matter where it's hit, they could throw it to home as like a consolation instead of 2 outs with the bases loaded. Fireworks are getting louder too. This will most likely be the make or break batter. If he can execute some pitches, and he does. He gets a
High fly ball
he gets a
into
shot.
right field. It is a sacrifice fly. The tying
and he's safe.
run scores.
Dang. It's a sacrifice fly.
So runners on the corners with 2 away. For a pinch hitter. So Charlie Ziola, who is 1 for 4, he is being pinch hit by Cole Manuel.
Now coming to the plate, number 7, Gould, Manuel.
Manuel, he played in the game last night against the A's.
Cool menu.
2 on and 2 away. It is a tie ball game. The pitch. It misses low. Manuel ahead 1 ball and no strikes. You've heard me talk about it before. The A's, they played a game. It's been, I want to say 2019, maybe. Maybe even 2021, but there was a game here like this. The A's held a 9-run lead in the top of the 9th. They blew that lead in the bottom of the 9th. That game ended up being a 15-inning, 5-hour ball game.
That sounds, because I think these games don't go that long. I think it's going to be just, if we end in a tie, I think it will be a tie, right?
No.
Oh, so we keep going?
Yep.
'Cause I know we ended that one game in a tie earlier in the season.
Yeah, I think it was a mutually agreed deal that the first ever tie of the season that Blake is, or tie of the history of the A's that Blake is referring to, was the 13-13 tie back earlier in the season between the A's and Kansas Cannons.
Yeah, which I didn't even know that's the first one that we've had.
So Manuel down in the count 1-2.
And he gets a strikeout.
And he gets the strikeout. We're going to bonus baseball. So we'll see you in the top of the 10th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Well, I misspoke. It appears that we are ending this one in a tie. 7-7, the A's with their second tie of the season. And they will move on. So we'll keep it right here. We'll do our...
Oh, no. I was trying to match it to the thing.
Well, the game ends in a tie here tonight between the Dodge City A's and Liberal BeeJays. It is a 7-7 tie. So the A's, they will improve, or actually they will drop to 9-10-2 on the season. The BeeJays, they will drop to 13-7-1. So the second tie of the season for the Dodge City A's. So let's take a look at the scoring summary. The A's, they scored in the even innings. They got one run in the second. It was Aiden Morehouse. He would lead off on a hit by pitch, and then he would be driven in on an RBI single from Jackson Phillips. And in the fourth, the A's, they would get a leadoff single from Yael Amador, followed by a walk from Alejandro Gomez. As Angel Vasquez would hit a single that would drive in a run. And then Alejandro Gomez would be driven in on an error. So the A's would continue scoring. Then in the sixth, get a leadoff walk to Isaiah Velasco. He would come around and score on an RBI, 2 RBI single from Aiden Morehouse. He scored Omari Johnson, who got on a double. And in the eighth, the A's, they would get Aiden Morehouse on with 2 outs. He would be hit by pitch, and then a Nico Brown single. They would be driven in on an Aiden Morehouse. He scores on an error, and then Nico Brown scores off of a wild pitch. The A's draw even with the BeeJays here tonight, 7-7. We'll be back in action tomorrow night. It is non-league contest and Little A's night at Cavalier Field. Another non-league contest. I am Justin Hergert, was alongside with Blake Pacheco on the live stream tonight. For the entire A's board and organization, we say thank you for following along. Until tomorrow night and Little A's night, you've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.